Aaron Rodgers has been a superstar quarterback in the NFL for over a decade and will likely hear his name called in Canton someday. But things started pretty humbly for him.
You know, I was under the radar, so as much as it's exciting being recognized for what you're doing in high school, just remember that there's 2 or 3 guys like myself out there who are working and waking up at 6 in the morning and working out before school and working out after school and, you know, just waiting for an opportunity, that are hungry.
Born in the Chico suburb of Northern California, Rodgers attended Pleasant Valley High School. And back then, he stood 5'10" and weighed 165 pounds in his 2-year run as their starting quarterback. He would throw for over 2,000 yards in each year, which at the time was a record in that Northern Section League.
I enjoyed the high school experience. It's a special time in your life. Go to classes and play football with your best friends after school and compete with them and try and win games.
But despite his success locally, Rodgers didn't garner much attention nationally. He wanted to play for Bobby Bowden at Florida State, but they weren't interested. He was only offered a walk-on opportunity at the University of Illinois, so he turned that down to play locally at Butte Community College. But a chance encounter with then California Bears head coach Jeff Tedford would change Rodgers' fortunes forever. After a successful year at Butte, in which he led them to a number 2 national ranking, Rodgers was helping his teammate, tight end Garrett Cross, work out for Tedford. It turns out, Tedford was a lot more impressed with Rodgers and offered him a scholarship to Cal, which Rodgers happily accepted. And Cal sure got a good one. Except there was a particular food appreciation professor who found Rodgers' goals a little delusional and gave him an F on a college paper, despite Rodgers always being an outstanding student.
Everybody else in the class got to rewrite it, but I didn't get to rewrite. So I went to the professor, hey, what happened with this? She said, well, you're an entitled football player who always, athletes want stuff given to them all the time. What do you want to do when you grow up? I said, I want to play professional sports. She laughed at me, said you'll never make it. You'll get hurt. You won't be good enough. It's a stupid idea. And I said, okay. Thank you for the advice.
It's a pretty good thing Rodgers didn't think much of that professor's advice. In his 2 years as the starting quarterback, he went 17-5, and in his junior year led Cal to a 10-2 record and nearly knocked off the national champions that year in USC. After his junior season, Rodgers made himself eligible for the 2005 NFL Draft, and many thought he would be a surefire top 5 selection and possibly even go number 1, as he and Alex Smith out of Utah were the top 2 quarterback prospects. Smith ended up going number 1 to the 49ers, a place Rodgers surely would have loved to go with his Northern California roots. Then he slid and kept on sliding, out of the top 10 and all the way to pick 24, where he was selected by the Green Bay Packers, which surprised many people given Brett Favre's level of play at the time. Rodgers would have to wait a long time before he got his turn, 3 full years as the clear backup to Favre. But in the 2008 season, the Packers and Favre parted ways and Rodgers was given his shot to be the starting quarterback. And the rest, they say, is history. In just his 3rd year as a starter, Rodgers led the Packers to a Super Bowl victory over the Steelers. Since then, he's won 2 MVP awards and holds both the all-time career passer rating record as well as single-season record in 2011. And Rodgers' story is just a reminder that talent can come from anywhere, even small towns like Chico, California. And it's likely Rodgers still hasn't forgotten every major college and NFL team that passed on him.